And thank you all for coming. I am just delighted of uh, the love and the grace, and that you trust me with your divine soul. So that means the world to me. You really all touched my heart. And I actually asked for 20, and I got 19. So it's fun. And those who are not here will catch the replay. So why I did this is because we get like stagnant energy. We get stuck. We get we kind of get in our like a safe space, and sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone and do something a little different. And that's why we're all here. Clearing is um, so many things. It's removing things. Hello, welcome in. It's removing things from your past, like any, perhaps something for myself. My clearing was my reading. I had a limiting belief. I was told things that was not true, and that needed to be cleared. And those things that were said to us when we were children and we didn't know better, that's held in your subconscious. So part of what I do is these grace codes because it clears, and then it gives you the love and the grace that we need to give ourselves. Number one is forgiving the person. That's also clearing and healing for what they said, because at that point in time, they were doing the best that they knew how to. Clearing fear, and that can be held in our body, in our chakras, the root chakra, any limiting beliefs that you are not allowing yourself to be limitless. Any struggle that you're having, that's something that needs to be cleared as well. To learn about anything and everything, to learn about what you are experiencing in your body and how to transform it. It could be pain, it could be joints, it could be your feet. Your feet, I do foot reflexology. I did them in the bath this morning. Your feet are your motion to go forward. That's your first point. And to work your feet, I work my body constantly. I drove to Miami. I had one leg up. I'm working on it was a no traffic. I'm working my feet. That's um, what I do in my spare time. I'm constantly working on my soul. Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I am wonderful. How about you all?
Good to see you. Um, so I was talking about clearing. Clearing can mean so many different things. Perhaps a pain in your back, in your joints. So what I would like to do is what the Akashic guided me to do today is to put us all in some sacred space. We'll do some breath work, and we're going to ground and heal. And then I'm going to take you on a little journey, and it'll be fun to see if anything popped up. So, um, to be in this space is just to be open to receive. It could be a message, it could be a tap on your shoulder, it could be anything. Why I say tap on my shoulder is because a colleague that is psychic as well, she has uh, like a soulmate spirit. And it happens to me, Michael Jackson. And I'm like, I want one like that. He's always with her and talking to her and blah, blah, blah. So I asked for someone, and I was at a retreat. A lot of things happened to me on a retreat because it's just so open and expansive. So I'm walking down the beach. I needed to have my own time. And I get a tap on the shoulder, and here it is, Jesse, and he's like my soulmate friend, and he just appeared. This was a couple years ago, and anytime I need support, I can reach out to him. I also ask for, I'm a ballroom dancer. I ask for like a spirit to help me with my dancing. I go out, I go to Ocala, I go to Orlando, I go all over by myself, but I'm really not by myself. So I have Jose, and I started salsa dancing 20 years ago when I was going through my divorce. So it's interesting that, he's, Jose. So these are some of the gifts that I have attained. um, I think all of you pretty much might know that, in 2017, I was at a yoga retreat and got the Akashic record reading, changed my life. Um, I thought that there was something wrong with me, and it was just something that someone said. So, there's been so much transformation, and if we just all give ourselves permission to step out of our comfort zone, the world can be very exciting, joyful, expansive, and fun. It's fun to learn, grow, heal, and explore and expand. And then I think a lot of you know that, I left 21 solo in an RV. Um, I was at my girlfriend's place, Marco Island. I frequented there very often and flew home, and I knew. Because if you're not honest with yourself and your energy drops, you're not giving yourself permission to do what you need to do. And everyone in Chicago said, "Oh, don't do that." Even my youngest son. And I said, "I'm going." So off I went. And there were places that I went that I said I wanted to go to. Um, there were things where I said that I didn't want to go home. And I was at a healing in Naples. It was a community event, and I had an outfit on that I had bought in Rome. And I said, "Oh, it's such a beautiful day. I didn't want to go home." And in a nanosecond, I looked to my left, and there was a woman in a restaurant, and she said, come join us. We're having a women's networking event." So clearing is so many different things. It's being open, it's trusting, it's allowing the flow. It's healing. It could be quantum healing, someone sending you healing. It could be releasing things. It can be stepping out of your comfort zone. It could be spending money. It could be writing a book that you always wanted to write. It could be travel, all these things, taking an Epsom salt bath, that's clearing and healing as well. Grounding yourself in the grass, burning sage, lighting a candle, all this stuff is healing and releasing. So let's take a few deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Let's take 3 long, deep breaths. And perhaps you would like to put your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your solar plexus. And let's do a little different breath work. Let's breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. Hold for 2 and exhale for 6. In for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. For 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. And perhaps your shoes are off. You're connecting to the earth. My feet start to tingle. I'm feeling emotional. I get this very easily, and I feel your emotions. And it's always okay to cry, to share whatever's coming up for you. Feel free to put it in the chat. And as we're at this sacred space, open up your crown chakra and let this liquid emerald gold enter. Let it pass through your brain, your subconscious. Let this warmth heal, restore, clear anything that needs to be released, soothed, nurtured, loved, appreciated with the utmost grace, and giving yourself so much gratitude for how far you've come in your life, the beautiful things that you've done, and the blessing of all that's yet to come. And let your ears only hear soothing, loving words. Let your voice only speaks the most gentle, graceful, elegant way to others and to guide yourself. Coming down to your throat, soothing it with warm, nourishing tea and honey. And letting your shoulders relax and drop. Taking in another big, deep breath. Coming down to that big heart, the heart that you have, given so much love to others. And now this time is for you. Breathing in through your heart, your high heart, and perhaps exhaling through the back of your heart. Breathing in again through your heart, holding it. Exhaling through your heart and letting it blossom like a lotus flower, big, white, elegant flower with a beautiful scent of geranium. Coming down through your digestive tract, everything that you've digested, let it cleanse away any impurities, any sugar, any choices that we needed to self-soothe and nurture ourselves, that we now choose a higher vibrational choice. Taking another big deep breath and clearing everything from our lungs. And breathing in fresh, clear, salt air. And let's clear anything from our liver, our kidney, our colon, pancreas, our spleen, our solar plexus. This is our creative essence, ladies. This is only for women. We are the creators. We are the intuitives. We are here to share our gifts, to embrace our gifts, to be grateful for all of our gifts, and to strengthen our gifts. Coming down to our root chakra. Grounding deeper into the earth. Setting a cord from our top of our crown, a golden rod, powerful, strong, going down through our spine. Releasing any blockages, anchoring further deeper into the earth, to the crystals in the water, any metal, any sand, any dirt. Touching everything with love, truth, and grace that we all deserve. And as we're in this sacred space, we're going to frolic in the forest. We're going to hear the leaves crunch. We're going to hear the beautiful birds chirp. A beautiful love story to us. And to see the squirrel scamper up the tree. The big smile, joyful. So much love and excitement that our world is just a big playground for us to explore. There are no limits. And we stop and we see a home, and there's a door. And we push the door open, and there is a big squeak. And your Akashic Records just opened a new library for you to explore. And there's a staircase. You step up the stairs. There's 10 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see a wood table. It's dusty. And a bookshelf. You smell a familiar scent. This was my grandmother's house. I select the book that looks very interesting. I pull it out. I sit it on the table. I sit down in a squeaky chair. And I start to read the book. And this is my book of my life. In your life, your sacred life. Of everything that we have gone through. We honor our life. We honor the ebb and flow. We forgive the unforgivable. We forgive ourselves. We trust the flow of life. We trust this book of knowledge. Let it feed us what we need to hear. Feel free to browse that book. This book open pages that you need to feel, hear, see, know, accept. Every emotion, pain, sorrow, grief, fear, anxiety. Let us embrace it all so that we can touch it with love. So that we can heal, transform, and begin to step out of our comfort zone, to frolic with the most ease and grace. That you walk differently into a room. Your energy is so vibrant and radiant. You've never felt this good in your whole entire life. Everyone turns to you and they ask, wow, you look fabulous. What's your secret? And you can come back to this book and these pages whenever you need to be open and nurture, heal, the sacred chamber in your heart or in your subconscious. And I'm going to put an infinity symbol into your subconscious. And it's filled with love. Because from now on, only love touches you. Perhaps you may feel different today. But may this be a new awakening to stay in this sacred space, walk differently, feel differently, speak differently. Nurture yourself differently. Be understanding to others differently. Give something away that you held on to. Support someone that needs it. And teach someone about unconditional love. Perhaps they choose to self-soothe differently. Let yourself be a leader. Plant the seed. Most of all, give yourself the time and respect that you always deserve. And move through life as if you're not alone. God does miraculous things, but He needs helpers. That's why the Akashic are here. And those that have crossed the veil in your family, they orchestrate things in your life. My mother is my biggest cheerleader. And I'm so grateful that I'm open to see and hear and feel and acknowledge her presence, her love, and our ancestral lineage is all with us because our umbilical cord is still attached to our mothers, to our grandmothers, to our great grandmothers. And as we heal them as well, that whole lineage. And as you acknowledge them, they empower you. And they touch you in many amazing ways that you now feel and receive. There could be a feather, it could be a dime, a bird. It could be someone shouting at you to do something. To be in a beautiful space of openness. You may be driving the car and it may tell you to go a different way. Sometimes you need to let go and trust. Perhaps there's a different way, something you need to see. And actually, everyone that we meet for a reason. Every page we turn in a book, everything on social media, there's always a message. Every conversation we have. I'm so grateful for all of my messages. Let's take a minute to be in gratitude of our strength and our gifts. I bow down to them. With so much gratitude and joy. Because this gift keeps on giving. Clearing can be so many things. Clearing clutter, clearing your car, clearing your closet, getting a massage, clearing your lymph nodes, drinking more water, blessing our water, walking on a brisk, breezy day, clearing stagnant energy, washing it off of you, giving things to Mother Earth. Let her transmute it. Give her permission. Let everything go. When you drive over a bridge, roll down the windows, perhaps you want to scream your loudest scream. Because what you were carrying before you entered that bridge is something different after you pass through that bridge. Notice everything in life is here to transform you. To better than you can imagine. To those deep desires that have been tucked away. Now it's time to open. And this is the year of the horse. Last year was the snake. We shed the skin. We exfoliated. Now we hop on a new saddle with the squeak and the smell of that horse. That strong, powerful horse. With excellent intuition. Longing for you to caress his nose. To hear the message that he wants to send to you. Horses love to be loved. Just as dogs. Even a little gecko. They hide on my front porch in my chairs. Even the little bird that's looking at you. Frogs. Otters. Whatever you see, they're here to give you a message. about these messages be a new chapter in your soul, in your book of life. Start today a new chapter. Be free. Free to love more. How is everyone?
So beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome. I never know where I'm going, but yeah, it really wowed me too. I was like, I was just pouring down out of my eyes. Oh, so good. I think we all needed that. And thank you for being here because I needed that too. Ah. Did you guys get any messages you want to share? Feel free to unmute and share. Maybe it might spark something in someone else. We'll put another layer in. I love this sweater. This was gifted to me. I love things that are gifted. Isn't it fun to give gifts? Like, oh, gifts.
Well, while you were sharing about our mothers, grandmothers, and so forth, um, I felt like I was able to grieve my mother's passing for the first time. It was many years ago, um, and it just brought me closer to all of them. I mean, tears were coming. Um, it was just simply beautiful, and uh, and I could really feel them, and also felt my sister who passed last year. Um, and the whole thing, was very, very moving. And I know I'll get more messages and so forth uh, as time goes along, uh, as we're more aware of these things. And it was fun looking through the book. Uh, don't recall getting anything specific other than it just felt good to look through the book.
Yeah. And I think now, since we're in this sacred space, that we can write in our book, and we can write with love, like loop-de-loop the love or the elegance, to really stay with this connection and to, write our love story to our souls.
Yes, sounds beautiful.
It is. Yeah, I've just been on this amazing flow, and I'm sticking with it. I am not wavering off. Things happen to me, and I'm like, yeah. I had something on my right side by my breast, and I'm like, oh, that's a lump, and it's sore, and I massaged it. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna. be in fear and run of the people in the white coats. I'm just gonna love it.
Yes, I've been in more of a joyous flow lately. It's been quite a process doing a lot of inner work clearing and so forth.
Yes.
Spontaneously brings that joy. I mean, as I'm walking through stores, I can't help but smile. And my stepfather used to say, smiling like a monkey eating briars. And sometimes I feel kind of silly, you know, uh, but people are nodding and acknowledging, and it's
Yeah,
it's just wonderful.
yeah, even the people that aren't smelling, hello,
Right. Gives them
I,
permission.
I talk to strangers. I go to Publix, and I recently had gained some weight, so I go to Publix and I hop on the scale. I'm like, well, I hope the scale's good to me today, and we start talking, and that's funny. I had so much fun. Well, I went on a cleanse and I got down to exactly the weight I wanted, and then before I was pregnant. And I'm 6 feet tall, so it was 147. It was great. And then the holidays came and all these parties, and I gained 5 pounds. Well, then I went to this Miami mastermind. Oh, and she treated us so lavishly that it started. And then I stopped at my girlfriend's in Marco Weiling, and then here's her. Oh my gosh, it was fun. Like I um I really didn't dabble in alcohol and things like that. She's like, "Oh, this sangria is really good." I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some." So I had some, and then I'm like, "I'm gonna have another one." And it was just like this free flow of life. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. And because you get away from it, I'm in this bubble here in the villages, and I eat at noon, eat at 5, ballroom dance at 6, do my pickleball and yoga during the day. And I'm like, this is a nice treat. I'm just gonna enjoy this right now. And then now I'm back in my routine. So it's all good. But yeah. Now, oh, that's another thing I want to ask you guys. So, we do so much for the healing and the clearing, but are you guys doing things that are fun? Like, do you have a checkoff list? Like, am I doing something fun? Am I doing something that really excites me? Am I, stepping out of my comfort zone? Because we get the spiritual stuff, but we need to do the fun stuff too. And ballroom dancing is so much fun for me. Oh my gosh. I'm so addicted. When I was in Marco and that, I missed like, I'm not really dating anybody right now. I have a few followers, but I missed that dancing and the connection and the fun, the energetic flow of that. So, wow, it's good to be back here in my little bubble.
I would love to have lessons. I had a boyfriend once who wanted us to take tango lessons, and I just love watching the tango moves, uh, and but we never did do it. I don't know why we didn't do it. Guess I should have uh, responded more or something. But yeah, uh, I just do freestyle dancing, however I feel to do it.
Well, maybe it's time you go get a tango dance lesson and find that man. You never know. There might be another one that's looking to do the tango.
I
Tango is
really,
fun.
I really don't feel like I need a man, but a man for a friend,
Yeah,
a dance partner would be great.
right.
Uh, I'm in a different phase of my life now. If someone came along and swept me off their feet, fine, but I'm no longer looking or being, I'm excited. I can do what I want when I want, go where I want when I want. Um, I don't have to cook for someone or what have you. In fact, I'm getting more and more away from cooking, uh, which I did plenty of in the past. So I'm in a very different stage of life. In fact, I had a marriage proposal this week. It's happened 2 or 3 times, and it was interesting upon further questioning, why do you want to get married, blah, 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 and so on, learning more about him. And he's only 38 and I'm 83, and he's well aware of the age difference. Um, uh, and I will be sharing his awakening experience on Wednesday on YouTube. Not YouTube, on Facebook. I don't know what happened last week when we tried to do the YouTube. I couldn't even get it to come up. And I've been and Facebook is so much easier. And I don't know what happened with the sound, but it was probably just a glitch with, sometimes I'm out of Wi-Fi and sometimes I have it, so anyhow, having said that, I'm willing to share various people's experiences because it's important for us to be open to where other people are, to also promote other people, whether we agree with it or not. Of course, I wouldn't, post something that was just horrible or, Hitler-like or something. But I think we all need to get out there more and share our light and love. And so many people are afraid to go live. But what I tell people is just pretend it's you and I. It's not like you're not seeing anybody, you're not in front of an audience.
Right.
And it's important for us to use our voices and not be, what's the word?
Judgmental.
Well, not be that too, but share our voices. There's a word I'm looking for, and it's just leaving me right now. But step into our power. That's another thing. We don't have to do it, and that is a freeing thing. You don't have to do it, but it's a good thing to share with one another, because we help walk each other home. We help each other grow. And so we don't need to feel guilty about not doing it. Maybe we're not supposed to, but it's certainly a growing experience. And I'm so glad I started. Of course, my mother, and I don't know if any of your other parents did that, but she always had me up front doing things. So I learned early to be in public. And not everyone has that advantage, but also just helping people grow in that area and every other area. And this gathering was it was great, just what I needed.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's attributes to your being outspoken. See, for me, there was the judgmental thing going on, but I've outgrown that. So, when I started my awakening and when I got that reading, she's telling me, "Oh yeah, you're psychic, you get these messages." And I'm like, yeah, dead people talk to me all the time, but I didn't know that. I never had a conversation with anyone and said, "Do dead people talk to you?" Or I got a message, or, it just never crossed my mind. So, I was very religious and Catholic. I was raised Lutheran, but then, very Catholic, and I was afraid to share. And, I think this is the year that we're all, stepping out of our comfort zone and sharing more. So. And that attributes to why you share so much. And it's funny because I met you on Facebook and I go, let's have a conversation. And I never know why I get these messages, but we did. And here we are. And it's so fun.
I know. It was so fun the other day, despite the glitches.
Yeah.
In fact, that might have made it more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's our creativity. Because she couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear her, but we were in the chat. And I said, well, I'm just going to share. And that's the easy flow of life, that we're open. It's all okay. There is no
There's no right or wrong.
I was gonna say that right or wrong.
And
It's all
you know,
good. It's all
that's
good.
why people have trouble sharing their creativity, because they think they have to be this perfect artist, or this, they think creativity is just painting. Uh, let's not limit ourselves. We're all creators,
Yeah.
you know, and really there is no right or wrong. Yes, there's things that can help us from others, techniques and so on, but who said it has to be that way? If you scribble as a child, so what?
Right. And I think that's important, that we're in the sacred container, and it's so loving and nurturing. And that's what it's all about. And it helps us. And as we heal and grow and expand and frolic a little bit more elegantly in life, then we teach that to others, and it just creates this ripple effect in the world. And yeah, it's one big beautiful space. So.
Absolutely. Where, I know there's others here. Why are we not hearing some others sharing?
Anybody want to share? Does anyone want to share?
We all have something.
Yeah, okay. Everybody just like 1 minute share. How about that? Go ahead, step out of your comfort zone. Just unmute and just say something. It could be where you're from, something about yourself, anything.
Well, I was going to tell you this whole thing's been amazing. I'm so at peace. I feel calm, and that's in Illinois. So if that, you know how it is. So I wanted to thank you and this beautiful lady. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. We're wearing
Ellen.
matching colors, but Ellen, I love your words. You're very just a beautiful soul, and I love that you just said that about creativity, because as you're talking, what before I was doing some healing in my younger days, and even 10 years ago, I was like, I'm not that creative. I'm a really good writer. I write poems. And as I've healed, I was able to release everything that was stifled as a child and as an adult in the sacral chakra area, and use that inner child healing to now just use it to write. Nobody can tell me, like she said, it doesn't matter how you do it or what you do. It's so healing and soothing. And my daughter's this great artist. So I'm like, I'm not creative. I used to say that anyway. And so as we all heal, I love your words, because it doesn't matter the perfectionism. That's a programming we just need to remove and reset. And then it just opens it up within us. And the impossible can be possible. We can reach our goals and beyond our wildest imaginations when we get beyond that human consciousness. So I just wanted to say thank you. And Archangel Haniel, I felt her during the meditation, and she's still here. She helps with the feminine issues, the full moon. She's a beautiful light pale blue and very, oh, I'm feeling her. And
Mm.
Amarasiana Siana Tomo Siate, Amarasiana, Amarasiato Kopona, Isiata Asiane, Amasiano Shono Ina Siata, Ombashono Siano Masia Toma, Ina Siana Ina He, Ana Ina He. Anashianae, Anahi, Anae, Anashiomaenae. Merciato. It just came out.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I got the chills everywhere. And I
Mm.
just want to commend you, Jody, that your daughter is an artist because you created that. That's so beautiful.
Well, thank you. I'd help. Thank you. She's young. She's only 19. She's not awakened like us, but I do believe she'll be doing this maybe in her 40s or sometime throughout her life. Or the spiritual awakening, I mean. Thank you. That was a message from Archangel Haniel. It was just peace and love in our hearts and guidance. And there, I felt some protection and big angel wing hugs to everybody. You're all amazing women, and I'm thankful to be here. Thank you.
Me too. Thank you.
Mm, thank you so much. Wow, what a space we have here. It's so rare. Really, Grace. I am from Sweden. So I'm not from US that you all are, but oh yes, I felt just so big love to everything, to life. I normally do, but this space was very, very rare. So thank you so, so much. Hmm.
It's my honor. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, I can talk a little bit. Um, so excited to be here. Just really uh, looking for peace and calm in my life. And Cindy's the best. And um, just experiencing some things in my life that are growth, but sometimes growth can be painful in some ways. And so the perfect person inside of me wants everything to have a specific answer as to why and things like that. And just experiencing some stresses in my life. Unfortunately, the stresses have manifested themselves as shingles. I have been experiencing that the past 3 weeks or so, but really realized that that is a wake up call from myself, and just to um, some things need to change in my life, but I feel the calling for it. I have for some time now, but to put my mind in a space where I can actually do that, it's been another story. And I feel like I'm on that path now. I've made the conscious decision, but the beauty is that as we were going through the room in the book, it was that at first I thought, of course we have things that come in our head, and I've been learning how to just ask them to leave. But um, I was really taken in that my conscious mind didn't need to be in that space. It was my subconscious mind. So I was just open at that moment to say whatever. Consciously, I couldn't say what it is that I was feeling or anything really. It was just me being open and hearing that subconscious piece for me to say, just open, and whatever needs to happen, please come in. So that's kind of where I'm at on this journey, and just really happy to be here with you all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Mandy. That's where the grace codes come in. You can say, only love touches me. And yeah, claim it. Yes.
Okay, just me. Well, did I unmute?
Yes.
Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it took me a while to figure it out on my phone. It's a new phone. But when you were doing the meditation, my dad always comes in and talks to me. He's the first voice I hear. He had a message. Of course, anything that we do in our life touches others. Whether that's good, that's bad, whatever we're doing, it affects everybody else's life. When it doesn't, it also affects our life. So whether we're sending love or, like I say, good or bad, whatever we're sending out, it affects our life. And basically I did hear my mom a little bit. They're up there together with their dog. They take their dog everywhere. They're always together. I love that. But anyway, as I was sitting here, my chair got bumped. And that's not uncommon. The chair, the bed, a tap on the head, whatever. I don't always know who it is. And I don't always hear unless I quiet my mind. But anyway, I think my sister just got here. So anyway, my mom, yeah, she did say, whatever we do, we're clearing any healing work, energy work that I've done, no matter who it's with, we are clearing the ancestral lineage, which I already knew that, but it was like, good to hear her say. And Ellen, my husband, is 20 years younger than me. Love matters, not age. That's number one. Love matters, not age. So have a best friend that you can do things with. That's what I want to say. Have him be your best friend. If he really wants to get married later, that's up to you. But have fun. Have fun. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to speak, and thank you for being here and holding space for all of us.
My pleasure.
My pleasure. The dog's snoring if you hear something funny.
Well, they feel this energy as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
wrong.
Can't figure out how to mute myself again.
Well, now for the rest of the day today, just give yourself the sacred space. You might want to clean away clutter or whatever, but tomorrow we're going to manifest because, we're just going to keep creating this flow. We're going to go big, expansive. Yeah. So I'm just grateful for all this unfolding, and and it's not only me that does this. I get the messages. So, you might think you're here for me, but they're guiding me to guide you. Like you're in my circle, and then that's how all this works. So it's just a magical flow that just keeps feeding us all exactly what we need. And I love you all very much. Thank you. Thank you for trusting me and allowing me to touch your soul. We get to meet again tomorrow.
All my love to you. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone, for now. And until tomorrow, much love.
Much love.
Much love.